What's going on, people? Welcome to Otanime, episode 13. I'm your host, Tony Polanco, and tonight I'm joined by Rika's son one, the only one, Michael Crawford.
What's good, people? What's good?
Emilio Lopez.
Sup, guys?
Carlos Romero.
Ramperouche.
Chris Seeley.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
And we got a special guest tonight. You may know him from YouTube, Mr. Phone. What was it? 666.
Whoa! Not the download.
Yo, man, this guy just forgot your name.
Yeah, no, Phone 999, people. What is up, man?
What's going on?
Turn those sixes upside down. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Thank you for being on, man. You know, we always love having real anime dudes on the show, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a lot of fun with us tonight, man.
I appreciate the invite. Like, it's cool. So far, so cool.
Yeah. You know what? Let's jump right into it. Tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Like, how'd you get into anime, and how'd you start doing YouTube videos and all that?
Oh, how to get anime? First of all, Blockbuster. Shout out to Blockbuster.
Yes.
It's non-existent no more. But got in the anime, Akira, pretty much. Akira. Yeah. American cartoons, but Blockbuster went to the anime side, kind of wandered in there. Saw Akira. Rented it ever since then, just right there. Vampire D, then Fatal Fury, then so forth. Ghost in the Shell, then manga came to play, and just right there, just start from there.
Awesome, man. You're already named some classic ones right there. What are some of the other ones that are some of your favorites? Besides the ones that started you off, anime.
Well, I know you can see it behind me, Hokuto Shinken, that Fist no Star.
Yeah.
See, that's his name right there, Raul.
Hokuto no Ken, and Gundam. Love, Robo. I love 8-Man, After. I love Ninja Scrolls. I saw like a whole bunch of Street Fighter, a little bit of everything. I'm in like old school, 90s, 80s.
Yeah. See, that's what we needed from this bench.
Mostly 90s, Rurouni Kenshin, all that. I love that. And of course, Dragon Ball. That's of course that.
Of course. Man, I got a surprise for you later on. I got some shit to show off to everybody.
Oh, don't make me brag my collection. I got rare gems too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to compete. I'm just saying some good stuff. The last time I brought up my collection, like half the guys here knew what I was talking about. The other guys, it was just this. Like, so I'm pretty sure you actually named something that I recently bought. I'm like, okay, this dude, he gets it, man. He gets it.
Oh, you old school here too?
Oh, of course, man. It's all about the old school. Me, Emilio here, and Chris, man, all old school.
Yep.
Yeah, old school cats there.
They don't make it like I used to. I mean, new school, there's some stuff too. I really appreciate, but the old animation style, hand drawing, just back in the day was just mature, just blood and just in your face. It was just really mature back in the day.
Man, you getting me too hyped up right now, man. 'Cause that's the shit I ran about on Twitter all the time. What happened to anime? That used to be about adults. It's all about fucking kids now in school. It's like, come on. Like, it's cool, don't get me wrong, but every fucking anime is about that shit now,
Yeah, just new rules, censor, just trying to cut down on that.
Man, you didn't see Kenshiro in high school, man. You didn't see Vampire Hunter D in high school.
Yeah, Bubblegum Crisis, all that, like.
Yeah.
Man, the Guyver Bio Booster Armor, that was back in the day.
Yes, man.
No, and if you were in high school, something horrible happened to you, and then you were on an adventure out of high school because you were a vampire or a zombie or something.
Oh man, you bring up vampires that Twilight? Wait, what? What?
No, man, you don't remember like 3x3 eyes? You go into school one day, then you get run over, then you get resurrected by a 3-eyed girl, and then boom.
I have that.
Yep.
That's the classic too. 3 eyes, 3 eyes. I like that.
Man, that's awesome. All right, so let's jump right into it. Anime we've been watching lately, and Phone, since you're our special guest, why don't we start off with you? What have you been watching lately?
Lately, let's start with the sports. Start with Haikyuu. Still on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Haikyuu, watching that Gundam, Blood Orphans. I love my Gundam fan. I love Gundam. So
Team
far, so
Gundam.
good.
Yeah.
I'm watching Assassination Classroom Season 2. Watching that. Heard about Ajin. The movie came out. movie came out of that, and the series came out. I have not started it yet, but I heard it's like kind of crazy, wacky.
Yeah.
But so far, right now, everybody's hyped about this show called Erased. It's really, really good. It's really good.
That.
Yeah, some butterfly effect and just it's character development, characters, and just really, it's really like good so far. It's like really like nice. Animation, character, story is like pretty darn good.
Awesome.
And
Yeah, I heard some things.
All good things about that. I'm watching Dimension W. I know you guys heard about that.
Yep.
I'm watching Prince of Stride. Sports. It's okay
Yeah.
so far. It's okay.
Okay. I heard mixed things about that one.
It's a mix. It's okay. But I'm watching this show Rakugo.
Rakugo.
Yeah, Rakugo by Studio Dean. It's really good. I like that. It's really good. That's it so far.
Yeah, you watch it all that at the same time. Damn.
Yes,
That's impressive.
Oh, this is really good. It's really good. So far, we're in the lineup. It's okay. We got some good gems in there. It's okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Riku, what about you, man? What you been watching lately?
Lately, I'm just, January. So, Evangelion 3.33.
Oh, that shit finally
came out.
Finally came out.
Finally.
I saw it. I wrote a review. It was fine. I
Whoa.
definitely prefer the first two movies. Definitely prefer.
Fine. Was it worth the wait, though?
To me, no.
Oh.
No. We're not here to rant about 3.33. It's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But 3.33, that's what I saw. It random. For me, this is random. Apparently, we was waiting for this shit for years. I don't know when 4 is coming out, but yeah, I saw that January. Yeah, it didn't live up to my expectations. But the animation, just leave it there. Ajin, I'm keeping it with Ajin, like Phone said. That's really good. It's really good. A lot of people are complaining that it's CG, but it's for the people that watched Knights of Sidonia. So, Emilio, that's up your aisle.
I really didn't care for all the CG in Knights of Sidonia.
Yeah. Well, Sidonia had a good story nonetheless, though.
It had a good story, but it just a lot of the really wonky animation gets in the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I
agree, and it's kind of the same thing with the Ajin. But the point is with Ajin is that there's a really good story behind it. So it's not like I know there's a couple people I know that started this anime season and they're like I can't do Ajin. No, I can't do Ajin. I'm either gonna read the manga or fuck this series. And I'm like, come on, man. Just because the animation is just man. I mean, I've seen worse personally.
Is it really anime if it's CG?
It's a category. You could say it's like its retarded cousin, kind of.
It's another form of animation.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's another form of animation. But obviously everyone prefers hand drawn, so it is what it is. Ajin is still good enough to watch, though. Dimension W, keeping up with that, is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Ball Super, I'm keeping up with that. Fucking new content finally. So if you've been waiting for that, it's time. We just got I think we just got the first episode of the new content just started last week, and we're gonna get one tomorrow. Iron-Blooded Orphans and fucking One Piece. One Piece.
Every time I see you on Twitter, the rating jumps up. I'm like,
yeah, it's getting high. It's getting real close to that motherfucking 10. One Piece. So January, I knocked out 450 episodes and 11 movies.
What the fuck, man?
3 episode specials. So I'm real deep in there. I just passed the time skip, so I'm in the first major arc of the time skip, the Fisherman stuff. So yeah, One Piece is a fucking beast. Yeah.
So here's my question. So far, what's your favorite arc?
Marineford.
Man,
Marineford. Sorry. Marine, it is. We talked about this on Twitter, but I'm sorry. Marineford, it's the arc that Oda's been building the whole part 1 up to, and
yeah, but Oda came out and said like that's nothing compared with what that happened.
Oh yeah. But I mean, for part 1, just for part 1, we're just talking about for part 1.
Part 1,
yeah,
all right.
Yeah, and obviously, I know for part 2, whatever the climactic arc for part 2 is, I'm sure it's gonna probably shit all over Marineford. But right now, Marineford had everybody in Grandma was in there. Everybody was in there. I kind of knew in the Ryusuke Kazan, Whitebeard going.
All the major players.
I'm gonna leave it right there because some people, they haven't seen it yet. But Marineford, man, the dub needs to.
It's
the
okay.
dub needs to
You can
speed
spoil
it
it
up,
all you want.
The dub needs to speed it
Oh
up.
no, don't spoil that shit. I will fuck you up.
No, I can't do that. No, Marineford needs to be explained. You can't. Yeah. Anyway, One Piece is the beast, but that's the stuff I've been watching in January. Ajin, Dimension W, Dragon Ball Super, Iron Blooded Orphans, 3.33, and One Piece.
Nice. All right, Carlos, what you got, man?
I've been watching Haikyuu Season 2. We're about to get to that final tournament of the year, man. It's all hype. All the good teams, man. I can't wait. Been watching Durara Ketsu.
Okay.
And
yeah, we're keeping up with that.
And that's been pretty good. I mean, that's always solid, so anybody who's a fan of Durara is going to like that. And, man, this, I've only seen 5 episodes of this, and we touched on this earlier, but Erased, man, that's going to be a contender for Anime of the Year. I can already tell, man.
I've heard, man. So many people.
The story, the animation, the way it's presented, that film aspect ratio, man, it's beautiful, man. I really like it. So, other thing that I was watching, I got inspired by Riku and Jamaican since they were all in their One Piece adventure. I decided I need to embark on something too, so I started Naruto, man.
There's a gentleman right here that has you before you started Naruto, you had no legit knowledge on Naruto, right?
No
Naruto
knowledge
game here and there, but you had no, kind of like with me in One Piece. Like I knew the Straw Hat crew, but I did not know the whole adventure or everything that they'd gone through. So Naruto for you was like what One Piece was for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I finished Naruto this month, the first
part 1.
Yeah. So I'm in episode 120 in Shippuden currently. And
so his grind is probably just as heavy as mine, because isn't part 1 like 220?
It's 220, but I think half of them are fillers, and I skipped the fillers.
Good man. Good man.
I'm about to say, are you watching the fillers of Naruto?
The only crazy thing about Naruto fillers though is that when I skip the fillers and then I start the new episode that's supposed to be canon, they always reference shit that I didn't watch. And I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, the
filler. Is this filler or? But
usually with those big anime, like the One Piece and the Naruto's, when they do a filler arc, they try to make the filler arc connect with the canon shit. So if you do skip the filler shit, they still try to refer back to the filler stuff, because in their in the anime adaptation, it's technically canon, So they're always like, oh yeah, they'll mention filler characters, like Shiki in One Piece.
Right.
Even though he's technically, he wasn't mentioned in the manga, but they reference him all the time in the anime. So I'm just like, I'm glad I watched that movie, because I watched 11 movies. That was movie 10.
Strong World, right?
World. Yeah, Strong.
That's really good.
Strong World. Strong.
Wait till you get to Film Z, man.
Yes, I can't wait. That's the next one I just got to catch it with the episodes, and I'll get to Film Z. But Strong World. Nice.
Yeah, man. But regarding Naruto, for those of you who watch Naruto, that final fight, man, from Naruto, Sasuke versus Naruto, that was hype, man. That was beautifully animated.
Still probably my favorite fight in all of Naruto.
When YouTube was starting, AMVs was all you saw was Naruto and Sasuke.
I know, right? AMVs, it was just flooded with that. Could not hide from it.
It was hype.
It was really good. And other than that, I also started Gintama. So.
Oh yeah, I saw you talking Gintama, man.
Yes, Gintama greatness. Yeah.
So.
I'm happy that a lot of people getting Gintama. I'm really happy about that.
Yeah. So far I've only watched 17 episodes, so I'm still pretty low on that. I haven't got into what people are saying is the best part, which is apparently like 50 episodes, like 50, 60 episodes in. So I can't wait to get to that. But it's really funny, man. It's more episodic, the first parts, but it's really funny. I love the humor of it, the comedy, and I just can't wait to get to the best part of it. And that's pretty much it for me.
Right. Chris, what you got, man?
Dude, I can't even compare, man. I just watched the homework. That's about it this month. These guys, I got nothing on these guys, so like, I gotta go in the DeLorean and go back to my old self. Grinding on anime all day, man.
All right.
I just get old.
Yeah, that shit is amazing to me. Like Riku, you especially how the fuck are there even enough hours in the month to watch 400 something episodes? It's like
I'm like holding my head. Like,
do you know how hard it was for me just to watch those 25 episodes of fucking the homework? Yeah, that wasn't difficult enough. Fucking 400. My digital hat goes off to you. So. Okay, Manny, what you see this month?
Parts of Code Geass. I've been kind of busy moving, getting myself moved, so I haven't had much time, I'm just doing work, so I haven't had much time to watch much.
Okay. All right. And then myself, here's the thing. I went into January thinking I'm going to watch all my fucking anime, right? Because there's nothing happens. A lot of shit happened in fucking January. Jeez. I still got to watch some shit. It wasn't like barren. My usual Toonami shit, Dragon Ball Z, Goku. By the way, Riku, you keep thinking that the Android saga was over. They're just getting to it in Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Shit.
They're just, like Goku just fucked up Frieza,
Wow. Kai is, because I know the dub Kai is out. I just didn't know that's where Cartoon Network was at.
Yeah, exactly. And like I've always said, I've seen the old Dragon Ball Z's a million times, but I love watching Kai because it's just like the manga, none of that bullshit. I'm almost done with fucking Akame ga Kill, great fucking show. Started watching. Here's the funny thing. Started watching the motherfucking Samurai Champloo, right? Even though I've owned the Blu-ray for years, I still haven't seen it. It was cool, but I only got to see one episode of that.
Yo, man, you need to be slapped. That's what you need to be.
He had the Blu-ray for years.
Owning the Blu-rays for years, and then still letting Toonami show that shit to you.
Samurai. I mean, how you gonna let Toonami cut the open? You have to watch the open in the full version. You gotta watch the ending.
I know a lot of people was mad about that. Yo, I saw the rage on Twitter. People hashtag fuck Toonami. They fucked up the open. I'm like, this ain't the first time y'all they like chopped up open. They've been doing this shit
for years.
Like they did this with Dragon Ball Z back in the day. They did it with
Deadman Wonderland.
Attack on Titan had a really good opening. They chopped that up. They always do this. It's just people like when it's something they really like.
Lagann, they messed up too, but
is it?
Yeah, because all the Gurren, as you go further on in the Gurren Lagann show, the intro changes. They left it the original version of it.
Oh, really?
Same thing with Dragon Ball Z Kai. It's still the original intro, and they actually leave that one alone for some reason. But it's the same one. Like they never show Frieza fighting. It's always Vegeta, But I think the gods intervened, right? Because my DVR decided not to record Samurai Champloo episode 2. It's like, okay, I'll just watch the Blu-ray. Then
Anime God is like, no, nigga.
You have a classic. Watch it.
Yeah,
man. What are you talking? What are you doing?
You know how I am, man. I like it in drips and drops.
You like it in drips and drops, but you could easily drip and drop your friggin' your Blu-rays or DVDs.
Danny, as you know, I have this bad habit of buying shit and then not watching it. Like I have so many Blu-rays. I've maybe seen 2 of them. it's ridiculous.
You better look at that shit that you just bought. You better not be sitting there and collecting dust.
And I'm the same way. I bought so much, but I have seen it, but I haven't reopened to watch them though. It's still sealed. So
yeah.
Same way.
What else? I'm on One Piece too, Riku, but not like you, son. Like, I'm on a filler bullshit arc right now because they.
Oh yeah, I saw that shit.
Yeah.
Well, no, I didn't. I saw it, but I was like, no. If I'm going on this like quest, man, I have no time for
You ain't got
like
time
that.
for that shit.
I really don't.
So I've been watching that, and then Shippuden I've been watching too because remember I have seen Shippuden already up until 250. Then I dropped off right when the Ninja War started. So it's just nice watching the dubs and shit. And then I got to watch Code Geass, which is great. We'll talk about that. And I tried, Rico. I tried to finish these two. I only got 4 episodes into each, but they were great. Gangster.
Gangster.
As soon as I saw this, I texted Chris. I'm like, yo, Chris, you need to watch this shit. This is on some fucking Blue Lagoon shit right now, man.
Black?
You need to, Black Lagoon. Like, you need to watch that. Like
Yo, man, the Blue Lagoon?
Yeah.
A bunch of naked people on an island?
They had that one dude that's deaf and shit. He's like, I'm going to kill you,
Yeah.
That was cool. And then
Unique characters, man.
Man, I only saw 4 episodes, Riku. If I would go back in time right now, because last year I said my favorite anime of last year was Parasite. Scratch that. 2015, motherfucking One Punch Man. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen, man. Dude, it is so over the top. I love it. It's making fun. I love anime that make fun of other anime. And this is doing that and making fun of superheroes on top of that. It's great. I felt like that first episode was like a jab at Man of Steel. The fucking city gets destroyed and shit. And this happens all the time, apparently. And then fucking the main dude, he's a fucking idiot. He is dumb as shit. I love that. He's so fucking like
Saitama's so he's so simple.
Yeah.
I won't call him stupid. He's extremely simple.
A simple dude with a simple face.
Exactly.
When he does that really goofy looking face, it just blows me away because it's just so funny. It's like, yo, my man, there's all this shit going on.
It's a
so
fun
you said how many episodes you said you got into One Punch?
I only saw 4 episodes, I believe. Like the last one I remember was like there was like a cyborg fucking gorilla and shit.
Oh my god!
You about to get to another crazy part after that.
Yeah. That cyborg gorilla when he was like I'm pretending to do this cyborg voice. That's not really my real voice. That shit was hilarious.
That shit was too much. You know what? Like when the cyborg dude shows up to Saitama and he's telling him this whole story, Saitama's like. He's like, yo, hurry up.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Just say it in one sentence.
I don't care about your life story.
Yeah.
My man kept going. He's like, can you just get to the short part? And he just kept going and going and going and going.
Yeah, that was kind of throwing a jab at both other anime for giving like ridiculously long backstories and us as the viewer for being like, man, wrap the shit up, man. We're not trying to, see all of this stupid shit.
Yeah, no, I got hooked as soon as you saw that crab dude. He became a giant crab because he ate too much crab, and he wanted revenge on a kid because he drew nipples on him. Like, you sold me. You sold me right there and then. That is brilliant, man. And then here's the fun part. I bought some anime.
Uh-oh.
You guys know me. I'm old school.
Yeah.
So this is shit I bought.
So you bought some Speed Racer and you bought like some Giganto, right?
He brought Blue Lagoon. Everybody.
Blue Lagoon, yeah.
You watched the Blue Lagoon.
Anime of the year, Blue Lagoon.
All right, so now we're gonna start off with it. Let's see how many of you guys know this shit. Space Adventure Cobra.
Oh, I don't got that movie. I got the TV series. I need to get that.
Gotta get this.
Before Space Dandy, that was that guy. He was the real dandy right there.
Yes, exactly. Phone, you're gonna love this because I love these back in the day. You mentioned them too, both of these. Fatal Fury.
Oh.
VAs and the movie. Bam.
You mean at last I have the final ability to the Hakyokoshiken School of Learning.
Oh man, that's a classic right there.
Yeah, man, I love this shit. And here's where it gets good. These are the ones I've been trying to buy for years. Haven't been able to find them. Finally got them. All right. First up, Lily Cat. This shit is basically Alien. Like yeah, basically and shit. I forgot what animation studio did this one.
I think that was about aliens with a name like Lily Cat.
Yeah, no, but the thing, remember they had that cat in Alien and
shit?
Like, look at this.
That's like back in the day.
Yeah, this is like old school, man.
Yeah.
So got that. Here's another one. Tank Police.
Oh.
Another one I fucking love.
Police.
I'm so glad they re-released these stuff.
Yeah, man.
Well, I don't know if I think that Minion Tank Police is pretty old. That one's been around for a while.
The thing is, it's just hard to find because there's just not a lot of copies around.
Oh,
right?
I thought some company got like the license to it or they're releasing it.
The one he's gonna show up soon. That one I think is a re-release.
This is a re-release, and I've been trying to find this for a long time. I mean, the thing is, I can find it. It's just really expensive, like $50, $60, right? But they finally released it. It was cheap, and this is a movie I recommend to everybody. Please watch this. Madhouse, awesome animation, really fucked up story. Wicked City.
Oh.
You already know what's up.
About fucked up, man.
This shit is fucked up. Like the first 5 minutes will fuck you up.
That's that's back in the day, classic mature gore, like mindfuck, like people.
I remember when you made me watch that shit like 2.5 years ago.
You remember this shit, man?
I was like,
you will not want to. If you watch that intro, you will not want to have sex with a woman for like a month.
Oh my god.
You're like, I'm not sticking it in there. I may lose it. You got teeth in it, bitch?
Wicked City was real wicked.
So yeah, man, old school anime. So hopefully, I got some more in the queue. So hopefully, I'll be able to buy them and stuff. Get some Geno Cyber in there, some fucking other shit.
Wars.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. AD Police.
Ow.
Yeah, we go on. But let's get into it. Anime of the month. Code Geass. Recommended by. Yeah.
Did you say geese?
Not geese. Not geese from Fatal Fury. Not geese. Yes. So yeah, Riku, man, start us off. Why did you want us to watch this one specifically? And this is one of your favorites for a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, I'm actually I actually consider myself a late comer to Code Geass because I saw it probably like 3 years ago. So it's been out for quite a while, but not too long ago. Because when you look at it, it still looks like something that probably came out today.
I'll save on that, but no, you could definitely tell it's from a specific time. But I'll get into that later.
Okay. It's been a while since I've seen it now, so I have like the specific remembrance of it. Code Geass, I thought it felt the right amount of episodes usually we recommend on here, which is 25. Man, this is definitely one of the best anime series I've seen in the past 5 years, and there's a lot of comparisons between this and Death Note, and I actually prefer this over Death Note. I think probably everyone here has seen Death Note, correct?
Yeah.
So we all know how Death Note ended. We're not gonna say it for some people who are listening, but karma. That's all we're gonna say. Karma. And he had it coming to him. But with Code Geass, the conclusive ending is a lot more satisfying. And you get there, you'll see what I'm talking about. I can't technically remember how season 1 ended because I watched season 1 and 2 at the same time.
Well, since we are spoiling it, season 1 didn't end. That's the thing. Yeah. It was a mega cliffhanger.
Oh, it was, wasn't it?
Yep, it was a super cliffhanger. You had,
I went straight to the next shit, so I don't remember. I don't remember. I do remember that it was one hell of a ride. So you're gonna have to refresh me on exactly what happened with the season 1, because for me it's all together.
Like season 1 towards the end was like a big fight, then left on a cliffhanger revealing something going into season 2, I think.
Yeah, the way it ended was Lelouch gets what happened is they kidnap Nonnally, right, his sister. They take her to that crazy island that they've been to before, right?
Yeah.
That had that big Geass thing. What's his face, Kurorugi? he goes there, right? And it ends with both of them shooting each other. That's literally how it ends.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, that's ringing some bells. It's ringing some bells. Yeah, dude, that you watched it in English dub, correct?
Yeah, of course.
Definitely has some.
Who was fucking Lelouch? Yeah.
They got some real popular voice actors to do Suzaku, Lelouch, and I heard the Japanese voices are really good too. But I saw it in dub. I heard in the in Japanese one they don't call C2, they call her CC.
It's like Sheech or something like that. It's CC, but they pronounce it like Sheech.
Obviously there's some differences, but
they're probably doing the Japanese pronunciation of it, though.
Yeah, probably.
Kind of like how Shiki is like Shiki sometimes.
Yeah.
Or how Simone is Simon.
Yeah.
Actually, Simone is Simone.
Yeah, Code Geass. Yeah, I like him. I like him more than Death Note, in my opinion. We'll see what you guys think, because I know a lot of people, they're like, Death Note is always on their top, and then when I saw Code Geass, it was just like, it's like Death Note, but better with fucking mix. I just love it.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that. I need to jump in. It's interesting to say that because I didn't even think about Death Note while watching this. To me, to me, Death Note didn't even show up at all. To me, this was
to me, Death Note was more about a mind games rather than what Code Geass is about.
Well, Code Geass have mind games. Code Geass have mind games.
Oh no, they obviously have mind games, but not at the point.
It's a different type of mind game.
Yeah.
It's more it's like with there was no strategy, it seemed, with Death Note. There was towards the end, but like with Lelouch, you could always tell this guy's thinking 5 steps ahead. Yeah. He's always thinking something.
Well, when I was watching it, I did think of Death Note when I was watching it. I did think Lelouch was a lot like Light. He gets this ultimate power, but then how they use it is completely different. Like Light goes mad through Death Note, right? He's just like murdering people. Like he doesn't. At some point, it's like he has no rhyme or reason for what he's doing, but Lelouch has a goal. Like from the beginning, he knew what he wanted to do, even before he had the power. So it's like, and then he gets it, and he starts setting things in motion, and he's treating everything like a chess game. So I did have those comparisons. I was thinking the same thing when I was watching.
Yeah, and then Light has his alternate persona. People know him as Kida, but they don't know who he is. And then
just like Zero and
Zero. Yeah. Correct. So there are similarities there.
This is interesting. I didn't see it at all because the way I saw it, from the beginning, from beginning to end, I saw it as a post, a post Evangelion, mech show, right? Mm-hmm. With the sunrise, right? So it felt very much like fucking Gundam to me. The whole political shit going on. Mm-hmm. First thing I saw the instant I saw it, I'm like, oh shit. The mechs, they're fucking hand-drawn. The problem with modern mech shows is it's all CG, and I hate that. It's like, you guys are lazy. It's like hand-drawn this shit, so it instantly said it was beautiful. I love that.
I think it's more, it's not that they're lazy, I think it's more just of a lost art. More people are interested in actually animating characters rather than animating cars and vehicles and, and machines.
Yeah, but I don't know. To me, it just seems like
it's almost kind of like a lost art at this point.
Yeah,
CGI is just cheaper to do, cut costs.
I think that's what it is. Time. Yeah, but it just doesn't have that same pop like real animation does, So when I'm watching this, I'm like, oh wow, this is great. The story was really cool. But here's the thing. I'm a history guy, right? So it was fucking me up the whole time because I'm like, because they're like, okay, the Britannian Empire. I'm like. Okay, I guess England expanded, right?
And then it's an alternate. It's like an alternate timeline.
Yeah, so I'm like, is this an alternate timeline where like the English Empire never like went away and they set a base in America?
Pretty much, that's what it is.
Because it's not like another different it is an alternate history, but it's not a different. It is Earth because there's still Japan, there's still China, there's still all the countries we remember. There's still India and all that. But Britannia, and you see it's the American continent, it's all Britannia. I'm like, how? Like, I wanted to know, how did that come to be? When did history change in this world? And I never really got an answer to that. So I was a little disappointing. I was like, you know, like when did the change happen? And there was one point where they showed something from where it looked like World War I, and I was like kind of hoping like, okay, does the change happen there? But you know, that didn't go through it. But yeah, but you know, getting into the main show, Lelouch, like I said before, I'm tired of these fucking protagonists. You know, main protagonists are little bitches, basically. You know, they're always like unsure of themselves. They question everything. They're always like, you know, like Lelouch was in control the whole time, even before he had the fucking power. Like he was always like a strategist. You know, and you know, like they had flashbacks where he would like play chess with people and he would still mess them up. Like
we need a graph of like, I don't know, like bitchhood, and then Shinji is like at the peak of that, and then you put everyone else on a range of that where the peak is Shinji, and then it's like, how do you compare to Shinji? Lelouch, calm and collected, smart, confident, the opposite of that.
But Shinji's fucking crazy though.
Shinji's crazy, but also a little bitch, man. 99% of the time, 1% of the time, he's fucking batshit, but 99% of the time, pansy.
Especially in 3.33, in my opinion. It's like, God, they brought it back.
But I would not fuck with him though, cause he's fucking lunatic though. But it's like,
yeah, he is.
But Lelouch from the first episode was savage. Like the first episode, Geass was like, "Whoa, this is serious. This is like first episode."
Yeah, it's definitely a really good first episode to get you into the series. A lot of that it's half in anime nowadays. Usually they don't hit you and you're like, oh, you gotta get like 50 episodes in, Gintama style. You gotta get like 50 episodes in to, you know, really love it. And then sometimes there's stuff like this. You can get you in one episode.
But Chris, I like that idea. Let's have a bitch meter, right? The bitch meter is from Shinji to Lelouch.
Yeah, know? Come on, man. Like, if I was Shinji, as soon as I saw my father, I would have punched him right in the fucking face, man. Like, this guy's, like, scared of his dad. And Lelouch has dad issues, too. What does he want to do? He wants to punch his father right in his freaking face.
He wants to kill his father.
Lelouch got family issues, mommy issues, daddy issues.
Yes, daddy issues. Yeah, his dad's an asshole.
He's got a whole lot of issues, but he's, like, calm, collected, but he's, like, mad.
He's someone that wants to solve those issues in a rational way.
Yeah.
Shinji's just like,
I don't want to drive the robot. Yeah.
Get in the robot.
Get in the robot.
Get in the robot, you little bitch. You know, but yeah, I mean, the heart of the main story in this one is like, you know, Lelouch, he wants to destroy Britannia, right? Here's the funny thing. Because on the surface of it, it's like, oh yeah, we want to free Japan. It doesn't seem to me like he cares about freeing Japan. He just wants to destroy Britannia, and it just so happens that Japan will be free because of that. So he's kind of using, you know, Japanese like army, the remnants of them, to meet his ends. You know, it's not really that he's being altruistic or anything. He's really being kind of selfish about it. You know, and I found that interesting too. You know.
Yeah.
What's up, Riku?
No, yeah, I agree with you with the selfish part because I was just, you know, I don't know. I always compare Lelouch more to Light Yagami than, you know, any other like anime character out there. But when you use the word selfish, yeah, Light Yagami was rather fucking selfish also when it came to his a lot more than Lelouch, but both of them they definitely took, you know, parallel paths, and then you can start to see them sway.
Yeah, but Lelouch, he could, like, it's more justified because of his whole backstory. Freaking Light was just
Light was just like
smart-ass guy with Lord.
Right. God.
a nice family. He's smart.
Yeah, he had everything going for him.
He got all the girls and shit.
And then it didn't matter to him because he was just nuts.
Yeah, you're just like, fuck life.
Whatever happened to just plain crazy?
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, Phone. Well, tell us some more of your thoughts on Code Geass.
Code Geass. Like anybody with power, they will become selfish. Like with goals like that, you have to be selfish. Yeah. Because he was on one track, his family, well, his sister and his mom, but that whole shit with his mom got revealed. That was crazy. But Lelouch as a character from the first episode, I was like, yo, this dude's good. Like he's beast. Like he's on a mission. He got a goal, and he's doing it. He's not backtracking. At first, he kind of strayed off. A lot of shit was happening, and I guess along the way, he lost his way. But he came back, and he like did the damn thing. Like he set a goal and did it. The ending of Code Geass was like, made you think. It's a thinker. It's like I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it, Code Geass. It's like
Have you seen the movies?
I've not seen the movies yet.
Yeah, I need to see the movies. I know it has nothing. As far as I heard, Lelouch isn't in there. There's a new guy named Akito, I think, or something.
I heard it's connected though.
Yeah, I heard it's still connected.
It's connected.
Yeah, I need to watch those movies.
But I like Code Geass because it's like character driven.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's really character driven. You got mechs in it, but it's more character driven about the characters.
Yeah, that's interesting too, because when you think, when you tell someone that doesn't like mechs, because I know a couple people that I recommended Code Geass to, and they do not like mechs, and I tell them that Code Geass, when you look at the genres that Code Geass has in it, one of them is mecha, but mechs are not like the main genre in this. That's definitely a subgenre. The mechs are they're just there, They're just a means to an end, because the main character, he's not even a pilot, Suzaku. If you're looking for a good mech pilot, it's Suzaku.
Hey, Lelouch had that girl though, the redhead.
He did. Yeah, he had a squad that had good mech pilots, but
but he wasn't a pilot, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he wasn't a pilot.
Yeah, because you look at these mech shows, the main character always a beast in the mech, but not this one. That's probably the main reason you could tell that this is not really about the mechs. They're there. They look really fucking nice. The nightmares, they look really nice designs. But
I like how he played his part though. He wasn't good at mech, but he played his part. He knew he was good at it. He knew that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he wasn't about brute force. It was all about the intelligence and stuff. And even when he did ride a mech and stuff, that crazy one at the end, it was like an OP one. So he was able to fuck people up, not because he was skilled. It's just because this thing was just a monster.
Yeah.
And learn about his family, and they come to play. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. He really does not. Yeah. Only person he likes is his sister. Everybody else can fuck themselves in the family. He don't care. Fuck everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's trying to meet his ultimate end, so he doesn't care if he has to kill any of them, which he has. He killed a few of them throughout the series. You know? And really using his friends again. It just seems like everybody, not only is the only one he really cares about, it seems, everybody else is kind of disposable to him. They're just another chess piece.
He had a very small people he cared about, very small.
Yeah, him, his sister, C2, and the Zero. His squad and Suzaku. And his Zero squad. That was it. That was really it.
Yeah, because even with Euphemia, that was the turning point right there, man.
Yeah.
When his Geass went out of control. Before we get to that, we should talk about the other dude he faced, the other dude with the Geass power. Because up until that point, he hadn't faced anybody with the same power, or at least Geass power. What was his name? It was the Chinese guy.
The guy by the train, right?
Yeah, Mao. Yeah, the guy by the train.
What was his power again?
He could he could read your thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah, and remember, that's a pretty good opponent for Lelouch, because Lelouch is always thinking. That's his weapon.
That's the last person you want to get into their mind, because you'll know everything. Oh, shit, this is 5 steps ahead of me, and you'd be ready.
So he was an interesting character, but I love the way he outsmarted him. He basically basically he was talking to him over a big TV and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And he was like, because his power only works in a certain range, so he's like, you're 200 meters away from me, that's why I can't use my power. So he's talking back and forth with this thing, and all of a sudden this cop shows up and shoots him and stuff. Actually, a bunch of cops show up, and then he sees that Lelouch was there the whole time, and it's like, yeah, I recorded that. It's like, you knew what I was gonna say. It's like, yep, I knew exactly what you were gonna say.
He's a beast, man.
The big plays.
Yeah, because he was so concentrated on this conversation was happening with Lelouch, and Lelouch was saying some shit that was fucking with him, right? Because he wanted to, because he was in love with the green-haired bitch, So while he's distracted, yelling and stuff, Lelouch just sneaks up in the back, Smart. I love shit like that. That dude was really it's crazy. I love that. But yeah, you get to see that, and then the whole thing with him was his power was out of control. If he got into crowds, he would just hear everybody, kind of like the way Jean Grey was when her powers first started.
Or Charles Xavier.
No, but then the same shit happened to Lelouch. His powers went out of control, and he just, as a joke, said, "Oh yeah, if I could make people do what I want, if I tell you to kill every Japanese person, you would." She instantly got it in her head. Man, that whole changed the whole shit around because they were just about to achieve peace. They were just about to do it, and then everything just fell apart. But then again, I still think it worked to his favor because what ultimately happened with the big war, that's really what he wanted. He didn't want peace. Remember, he was thinking about having her shoot him, to start the war off. So even though he did decide to create peace, it still worked in his favor, even though he didn't want Euphemia, right, to kill herself or die or whatever. It's crazy shit. Go ahead, Carlos. What were you gonna
say? So it was like he was gonna compromise, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. So
like he shook her hand and everything.
I remember that whole part was fucked up. I was like, God damn, she goes out with that freaking machine gun about to shoot everybody, man. I'm fuck. She got shot down. That shit was sad.
Yeah, well, the first thing she said, that little handgun, she shot that old man. It's like, damn. And then she's like, kill all the Japanese. All the soldiers just open up in that fucking stadium. That was wild, man.
There's a lot of death in Code Geass.
Yeah, for sure, man.
It's because it's war, so it's going to be death and a lot of people dying.
Yeah, I mean, that was what was good about it, though. They didn't really shirk away from that.
Nah.
And, Chris, what's some other stuff you liked about it?
Well, I enjoyed the strategy involved. Like, they hinted that he's a brilliant chess player, right? So he's playing all these mini games throughout the show with taking on different tactics. Like when he fought Clovis, right? That was a small chess game, but the entire series is one big chess game. He's setting up the board. He calls the revolutionaries that join him. He calls them the Black Knights, right? He always is holding a black king piece, right? In the intro, you see the king folded, right? So I knew, like, okay, he's not going to make it out of this series since the king is folded, and he's always holding that piece. He's the Black King.
That is a nice foreshadow that you saw right there.
The symbolism.
Yeah, there's symbolism all over there. He's setting up all his pieces, like you said. Everyone else involved is pawns to him, right? They're just distractions and stuff. So there's one big chess game going on, which is brilliant writing on their part because everything played out like a chess game. And then he had smaller things going on. When he took out Clovis, that was an easy game. He killed Clovis like nothing, right? He just played him, took out all his men, went up to him straight away, killed him. Then Cornelia, is that the...
Yeah, she was the command.
That was the second game, and then she kind of beat him. He was out strategized because he didn't he underestimated her, and then the third game was Narita, I think, was the place they were fighting battle. Yeah, and then but on all this, the whole thing is just one giant game. It's like the White King, I guess, is his father, and then I was trying to think if it was either the Emperor or Suzaku, probably. I wasn't sure. I was trying to figure out who was what piece, but anyway, I thought that was brilliant. It was brilliant writing. It was pretty brutal, much more death and than I expected. I mean, just at the beginning, they were just gunning down innocent people. They go in these ghettos, and the Britons would just shoot people, like just calling them 11s. Like there was just blatant racism and stuff going on. They just didn't give a fuck about anyone. Yeah, and then Lelouch is just like. I was shocked because it's like, okay, this guy never killed anyone before. He just killed Clovis as his blood, right? He just shoots him like nothing. It's like, yeah, fuck you, And then it's just all of this so he could go kill his family and kill his father and destroy an empire, right? So that's pretty amazing. That's pretty ambitious for a high school kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he starts off small, then like towards the end, like he has like this big ass arm. That's like, god damn, he's still going to score at the same time. Like what?
Yeah, and apparently everybody loves Pizza Hut in this world.
Oh my god,
yeah. What's going on with that? I'm like...
The product placement. Like, remember when you were having the school shit when they were like, let's make the world's most giant pizza? I'm like, is it going to be sponsored by Pizza Hut too? Is it going to be in a giant Pizza Hut fucking box?
Well,
like,
there was another show that was like that too, which was the Witchblade show.
Oh, really?
The Witchblade show was like that too, but the thing about that is that they actually had to edit all the Pizza Huts out of it because they weren't being sponsored by Pizza Hut.
Wow.
Wow. Go figure, right?
That shit was hilarious. I was like, damn, pizza. Because with C2, she ate pizza all the time. So there's just boxes of Pizza Hut everywhere.
I guess they survived the alternate timeline. In every timeline, there is Pizza Hut.
Yeah. Maybe that's what happened. You know, maybe there is only.
They survived. They survived the franchise war, kind of like Taco Bell.
Taco Bell and Demolition Man.
Yeah. By the way, you know, it's funny you bring it up because that's the first thing that stuck out to me. Like, there's some racist shit. Like you dirty 11s. Like, damn, that's
right. Because as brutal as Lelouch seems, the Britannians are horrible. Yeah. They are horribly elitist. They're horribly racist. Like their whole empire, their whole hierarchy. I remember, during Clovis's funeral, the emperor gives a speech, and he talks about like, no man is created equal. He gives the anti-American Revolution speech, basically, right?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, there's the elites, and then there's the rest of you. You know, I was like, wow, they are just horrible. You know, so you kind of like, yeah, I see why Lelouch does what he does. You know, I see why he is the way he is.
Go ahead.
You see that, and then you think to yourself, why the hell is Suzaku with freaking Britannia, man?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about Suzaku, man. Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
No, I just didn't understand, like, any of his motivations after he was about to get court-martialed and killed. I didn't understand anything he did after that.
He's so loyal.
Like, I'm gonna go face the music. It's like, why would you know this was a show trial? You know they were gonna murder you. Like this is ridiculous. And he's like, no, there are laws. It's like, yeah, but it's bad. They're all bad.
He's loyal. He was blinded. He was really blind.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was numb to it or he just like really loyal to what he stand and what Britannia stand for.
He probably didn't want to believe that the place that he belonged to was messed up.
He hasn't seen what Lelouch saw. Like he didn't like until like what later in the series. Even then, still loyal.
Yeah, I understand they're supposed to be opposites. Like Lelouch is full Britannian, and yet he's completely against their establishment. And then Suzaku's Japanese, and his father was the former prime minister, is now on their side. It was kind of weird. But I understand Lelouch's motivations. I didn't understand Suzaku's motivations after a certain point. I'm like, why are you still working for them? Why are you still piloting Lancelot? Why don't you just take Lancelot and just go join the Black Knights? Like, why would you keep working for them?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it seemed like he wanted to die. That's how it seemed like to me. Like, you know, because he killed his father, right? And he felt really guilty about it. So it always seemed like he felt like he needed to atone. Like even with the trial, it was like, okay, just let him kill me. I always felt he wanted to die. That's why it was interesting, or pretty actually not interesting. It was important when Lucius like live, because that's like the opposite of Suzaku, because he's always wanted to die. You
right. Know, I was just about to ask. Was that live event? Was that in season 1 or 2?
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
I love that part. I love that part of it because he was just about to. He was opening the mech that Lelouch was in, correct?
Yep. He had him. He had him. And there were missiles coming and stuff.
Yeah, he had him, man, and yeah, that was one of my favorite parts in season 1.
Yeah, but I understand where you're coming from, Chris. His motives are a little blurry. It's like, yeah, there are laws, but laws are fucked up. You can't be following them. But I understand his like ready, or willingness to die, because he feels guilty over killing his father and stuff. Because he killed his father when he was a kid because he felt that would stop the war, and it did stop the war, but it made Japan a bunch of slaves, So maybe he feels like, hey, my father died for this. I guess I better uphold it. It's weird. I don't really fully understand.
Yeah, especially since like the Japanese people are still under freaking scrutiny and racism and segregation to some parts and stuff. So it's like, don't you have like a moral compass and see like the fucked up shit that they're doing to your people?
Yeah, didn't Britannia treat him like shit? Like they didn't like him, right? Like
they didn't like him at first either. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then, I mean, they even said, like, prejudice is their public policy. They flat out said that,
Hey, they treated like Suzaku like shit. They didn't give a fuck.
He was like Uncle Tom, man. It's like, what are you doing, bro?
He had to hold that every time. He was, like, quiet. He had to, like, just hold that.
Yeah, Suzaku, man. Like, I don't know how I feel about that guy. Like I understand he's like a noble dude or whatever. I don't think he's a bad person, but I feel he was just horribly misguided and shit.
Lelouch saved him how many times? Like a lot?
Yeah, exactly. You know.
Yeah, I think Lelouch. I mean, not Lelouch. Suzaku. I think right now, where he's at, I just think it's just for plot convenience.
And the crazy thing is that this show kind of paints Lelouch as the anti-hero, but I think everyone that watches this show would do the same thing Lelouch does.
I mean, if they were smart enough and Lelouch, you know, the way he plans stuff out, he's just like, I know I can do this. I know I can do this. When you think of yourself or any other person, when you go in there, you might be like, I really want to do something, but I don't know if I can do it. Lelouch is definitely determined and he can get this shit done.
There's a lot of times I was like, Lelouch, how you gonna get out of this one? This is like really back up yourself in the corner, man. Like, I don't know how you gonna do this.
Yeah, but he always knew. So yeah, I agree with you, Carlos. We would probably want to do that, but we definitely wouldn't know how to go out with that shit. But it's anime, he's the protagonist, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about that. Remember during the the elevator train thing or whatever? Mao had him. He had Lelouch. It was only because C3 showed up to save him that got him out of that. But he had him. He had him.
Yeah, man. That plot armor is heavy with him.
Yeah, but Lelouch definitely one of the most interesting anime characters out there, man, for sure. Because he's not typical, really. Like a lot of teenage characters are just unsure of themselves and shit. They're always whining or whatever. Now my man Lelouch, he knew, like, it's like I want to watch that fucking second season. I can see what my man does. This is interesting.
And the second season's better.
All right. Well, by the way, shout out to our boy Hated Greatness, who specifically told me skip season 2.
Yeah, I was just about to say, there's some people out there that beg to differ with you, Carlos. I only know 2 people actually that do not like season 2.
Don't like the ending.
Well, I mean, that's their opinion. I like the ending. I thought it included really nice.
The reason why I don't like season 2 is the ending. They're like,
We'll see what Tony and a couple other people say about that. But
when we get to season 2, but that's pretty much it for that. So, any final thoughts on Code Geass before we go to the next segment?
Nobody's ever said this, but I really did not like the style of the show.
What, like the art style or?
No, I didn't like the style. I didn't like the character designs.
I have a friend that actually said something like I recommended to him. He said he didn't like the skinny art style that almost every time.
I'm not a big fan of Clamp, the studio that did the designs for these.
Yeah, I don't like their elongated proportions.
Yeah, I remember when I first saw it, I was like, why is everyone like?
Play basketball.
The one thing though I was surprised with is that usually Clamp is known for making shows that are very girly.
Mm-hmm.
They're usually pretty kind of girl shows and or pretty boy shows, and it really wasn't that at all.
Yeah, not even close to that.
Yeah, because Clamp is by a group of females. Like they're all females. So
interesting. I tell you what, the openings for Code Geass, I didn't skip that shit once.
Oh, really?
Got some real nice openings, man. I love all of them. So there's that.
Yeah, I don't know. The art style never bothered me because I was kind of typical of the time. Like there's a bunch of anime that looked like that. So it's like, okay.
Only Clamp anime looks that way.
Yeah, I never found a problem with the art style.
Only Clamp. If you say that other animes look like that, then you were watching a bunch of Clamp shows, which you probably did.
Yeah, I don't know. It just looked like every other anime that was out there. Like the show to me didn't look much different from our favorites. Whatchamacallit? I'm forgetting the fucking name. The other mech show from around that time, Manny. The one you recommended to me. Another G show. I'm totally forgetting the fucking name.
Godanner? No way.
It looked like Godanner to me.
No, it did not.
They are tall as fuck because I just posted a picture and they're tall as fuck.
They are tall characters, but there's another like a designer that did a lot of shows in the 90s and the 80s, and that's the guy who did all the designs for the film that you just bought, the Fatal Fury films. That artist used to do a lot of shows.
Yeah, see, but I'm glad you bring up this looked like that, those kind of weird, like, kind of lines and stuff, like long characters and stuff. Like, granted, in the show they were skinnier than usual, but it's like there's really sharp lines and stuff. It looked like that, like that typical 2000 type of anime. So it didn't really bother me at all.
I understand where Manny's coming from, because he's not the first person I heard say that, but it didn't bother me either.
Yeah, it didn't bother me. It was all right.
Chris is the biggest Clamp hater, though.
I like their stories, but like I don't like the art style too much.
And how did you feel about this one?
The story was great. It was excellent. The art style, it didn't bother me too much. It's not like when I watch something like X-Holic, and I'm like, man, what the fuck? They're all stretched out and they look weird, But I still enjoyed the show, but I'm just like, man, what this looks so fucking weird. But it's fine. Code Geass looked fine to me. Like, it didn't bother me, except I always noticed that they have really elongated proportions. Like, their arms and legs are really long. I'm like, man, you got some long arms. Man, that chick's got some long arms. And it doesn't bother me because I'm like, no, it's a good show. So I just kind of put that aside.
I remember back in the old days, you're like, fuck Clamp, I hate those kids.
Hey, he found a good Clamp show then, and obviously the designs, those elongated designs made the mechs look really interesting, I really like that.
Yeah, and mechs on like rocket rollerblades.
Yeah,
yeah, really nice.
X didn't have like long characters. It's not that by Clamp.
X?
Yeah, they didn't have like
X did that, didn't they?
They had long characters?
Yeah. I mean, X is another show that looked like that.
I know. The other guy was like tall as shit.
A bunch of shows that have that same guy artist house. So I was like, okay, old school stuff, But yeah, the animation was always good in the show, like consistently good. There was never like any cheap. I guess that Pizza Hut endorsement money, really helped.
Really, yeah. Sunrise. They gave Sunrise a nice, pretty penny to make it look nice.
I think the other thing is that there would if you drew that style bad, it would definitely it wouldn't look that good. You know what I mean? Like for that sort of style, everything has to stay on model.
Yeah, everything pretty much did stay on model. I didn't see anybody really go off too much.
Yeah, I mean, usually. I know what you're getting at, though. You could probably really make it look. You can really mess it up if all the team isn't on the same page trying to to replicate the style. Or you have some clean, kind of lesser animators or lesser cleanup artists.
Yeah. The other thing. Go ahead, Chris.
No, I said the show looked fine to me. Like maybe my taste have changed. I know, like when I first started watching One Piece, that bothered me way more. Like I don't know what it is about One Piece. Like I just don't like how it looks.
Yeah, One Piece is interesting. It's very.
I know
it is what it is. This is your opinion, man.
No, again, it's a great show, but man, something about the
thing is with One Piece, it's very atypical of anime. No anime looks like that.
No,
you could point to other anime that looks like Code Geass. You can't point to other anime that look like One Piece. It's its own style. But to me, this was a sunrise-ass show, man. Like, the politics and all that, which I kind of found cool because, a lot of anime after, Evangelion had a certain kind of feel about them. They're trying to be like Evangelion, right? This did in the sense that it had that weirdness with the Geass and stuff. You don't really know. There's some mysterious shit going on, but it was intelligible. It wasn't like, oh, what the fuck is going on here?
Well, I agree. Like, I think of something like Gundam Wing, where I tried to understand the politics going on in that show, and I was like, man, I'll just pay attention to the mechs and the fighting because I don't who's siding with what, and like how many factions are going on, and who's fighting with who now, and who runs what. It was ridiculous. It's just and like they did it really well. It's like there's these four empires. Britannia's the worst of the bunch. They're the most imperialistic of everyone. They have the Chinese Federation, European Union, and then there's little Japan.
Yeah.
and I think that was way easier to stomach than like I think of other shows like even simple stuff. You think of something like Spice and Wolf, where they tried to explain their economics, and I'm like, yo, I do not understand anything you said. Let's continue with the adventure.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah,
Did you like it by any chance, Spice and Wolf?
Oh yeah, I love that show. It's just remember they had a whole episode where we're trying to explain how the economy of their world works.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh my god, it's like trying to read Wealth of Nations in one shot. It's just not happening.
Yeah, that's another one I need to watch. Spice and Wolf. I heard good things about that one.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's just that episode plotted along where they literally mapped out and showed you how their economy works. I'm like, oh my god.
Interesting.
Yeah, but yeah, Code Geass, man, big thumbs up. So let's move on here to anime we want to watch or anticipating watching in the future. So let's start off with Phone. Let's start with you, man. What are you looking forward to watching the next month or so?
Let me get that JoJo Bizarre Adventure, Diamonds Unbreakable. What else has come out this year? I know JoJo, Berkserk. Finally got confirmation. It's gonna be a TV anime series.
Yes, man, dude. Ooh, I'm so hyped.
Yeah, July. Like wow, July.
Maybe they won't use as much CG this time around.
Yeah, it's clean.
Well, from the trailer, look at the loud CGI. Looks like CGI from the trailer they posted out. Attack on Titan season 2.
Yes.
The other like Attack on Titan-ish with the zombies and steampunk version of Attack on Titan. Gonna watch that. That's so far on top of my head. So far.
Boku no Hero.
Oh, Boku no Hero? Yeah, that too. Anything else? That's it? For like this year so far? For a couple months, yeah. That's all I got.
All right, Riku, what you got, man?
Okay, well, as far as the month of February, I'm just going to the anime of this month, February, which you're gonna see soon. I want to finish up One Piece. I should have it done by halfway through February.
Finish, Riku?
No, I'm sorry. Caught up.
Hey, got you there, man. Got you back.
Yes. I should be caught up. And when I mean caught up, I mean manga caught up. So 800, what are 850 right? 15 right now. I want to be all the way caught up. Everything. Not all of the movies, but all of the important movies. And the only important movie I think I have left is Film Z.
Yeah.
That's pretty much you do.
Yeah. It's the only major one I have left. And other than the One Piece grind and the anime of the month, I want to get into Erased. I want to get into that. So
it's really good, man.
Yeah. I've been hearing some crazy stuff, and I love that. The genre. I read like one sentence from the synopsis because I do not want to get spoiled for anything for Erased. But I read one sentence, and I was like, all right, that's enough. I didn't even want to read any more of the synopsis. Like, I'm sold. Let's fucking go. So I want to by the time we do this Otanime early next month, I wanna be back inside here and be like, yes, Erased. I'm fucking down, Carlos. Let's fucking go.
Hey.
Yeah, I wanna. Yeah. It is. But that's about it. One Piece is still probably gonna fuck up my February, so there's not really that much. Still keeping up with the other stuff. But right now, One Piece, anime of the month, and then Erased on the side.
Nice. All right, Carlos.
I should be done with Shippuden in the next couple of weeks before the next Otanime.
You guys are crazy, man. You guys are crazy.
The grind is real, man. It's real.
Yeah, man.
It's real.
Freaking.
If he skips the fill, he can do it. Yeah.
Yeah. He should be able to.
I should be at the good part, like at the beast part of Gintama, so I can't wait to get to that. So hopefully I'll finish Shippuden before that, so I can just keep grinding on Gintama for the rest of the month. And I also set a goal for myself. I want to buy my top 10 anime on Blu-ray.
Ooh.
And
I like that.
Man, it's so fucking expensive.
What is it?
It's because it's fucking TV series. That's why, man. It's fucking box sets. Yeah, go ahead, Carlos. What are they? Because Carlos and I were talking about this the other day. Because I had showed some of these on Twitter, right? And he was like, "Man, look at this shit. Look how much it costs." I'm like, "Fuck."
So I want Okay, I'll go over my top 10. So I have Baccano as my top 10, and Baccano Aniplex released.
Baccano.
Yeah,
Baccano.
Oh, you better get that now because they were like losing the license, right?
Yeah, so I don't know. Aniplex released.
Yo, Carlos, man, as a Hispanic, you ever see Baccano and think bacalao for a little bit? Like, that bacalao? What's up with that? That's the first thing you're like, bacalao?
Well, now I do.
Oh, man, you gotta watch the new show, Bacalao.
Bacalao, man. All right, I'm sorry.
But yeah, that man, Aniplex released that, so you know that shit's gonna be expensive as fuck. So
yeah, I hate it.
Man.
I saw it on eBay for $150, so I'm probably gonna have to dish out the money for that. Suzumiya, the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. If anybody's heard of it,
Yeah, I heard of it.
That's around $80. I don't. My favorite anime ever, Steins Gate. I don't have it on Blu-ray. I need to get that.
Man.
Anohana is like $100 for the box set.
What?
What for a box? What does it come with? $100?
I don't know. It's like the only. I don't know. I want to get the box set. I think there's a cheaper version, just like the normal Blu-ray. And oh yeah, Clannad is like over $100 for the first 2 seasons.
Shit.
But the thing is, how old are these shows?
They're in the 2000s. I think all of them actually.
I think that's what it is. Is because these things are out of print.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff ADV used to put out is out of print.
Yeah, the company went under, so yeah.
I mean, One Piece is in my top 10, but I'm not gonna buy that shit.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna wait 10 years from now when it's 15 years from now when it's finished and it's released on Blu-ray, and I'll buy the whole thing.
Wow.
How much do you think that's gonna fucking cost?
Man,
all on Blu-ray.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wait until Naruto Shippuden Kai comes out. It cut out all the fillers and shit.
Man, as you guys know, I'm watching Naruto right now, man.
Yeah.
So half the show is filler, and half of that show is flashbacks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Studio Pair gonna milk the shit out of Naruto.
Oh yeah. Peter will. I already had some conspiracies with that, but we're not gonna get into that.
Hey, but Riku, when you get to Dressrosa, man, Dressrosa Rocket.
I can't wait.
It's awesome, but I'll warn you right now, man. The first 7 minutes of every episode is the intro. It's the
No, dude, it's like that
opening?
right now. They started
like that?
around like 2:50. That's when they started. I was like, holy shit! Fucking like the first 6 or 7 minutes of each episode ain't even fucking worth watching. No, so I got like 15 minutes of content in each episode. They started that.
Yeah.
So I heard from Corey that it gets worse. But
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'm actually not. I'm not dealing with that shit. I'm not dealing with that shit. Yeah, I'm not dealing with that shit. So yeah, you don't have to warn me. I'm dealing with it right now, and yeah, I'm good. I watch the openings, but they're good.
So pretty much 15 years from now, I'm gonna have to get a mortgage on the One Piece collection.
Yeah, I could see it, just like a giant box. How big is it? Jesus, I don't even want to think
size
about
it. He's the mortgage. You'll live inside the box. That's how big is it?
And not only that, the manga too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, get yourself a shelf.
Yeah, just a shelf dedicated to One Piece. It's gonna be like a giant box, and it's gonna say all of One Piece in one piece.
One Piece.
Well, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be in a treasure chest.
Oh,
It's called One Piece.
True.
One Piece. There we go.
Find out what One Piece is. It's all of One Piece in one piece.
Exactly. Oh, Carlos, it's funny you're mentioning that you're buying all your top anime will cost a lot of money. I'm looking at my top 5. I own all of them.
Nice.
That didn't cost me that much. Because the thing is, me, my top anime are movies, so it's just.
Oh well, so I have that's different, man. I have my top 10 movies and top 10 anime and series. I keep those separate.
Yeah, no, it's all mingled together because. You know, I like movies and OVAs more than TV series and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Save a lot
the
of
animation.
space.
Yeah, exactly.
True that.
But, all right. So, Chris, what are you looking forward to watching?
Well, I got to catch up on Yushio Totoro. I know the second season's gonna come out sometime.
Oh yeah, that's a classic too.
Yeah, I've watched the old one and I loved it, so I'm loving the new one. I just haven't caught up with it. I've fallen way behind on Triage X, and there's another show I was looking forward to, a fantasy show, Grimgar.
Grimgar. I actually heard mixed things about that. At first it was good. Now I'm hearing mixed. Some people were like, mm-mm. Some people were like, oh yeah. So
I want to check that out. I think that's on Funimation, so I have to see how I can watch that. But yeah, I saw a few images of it, and I was like, oh, fantasy stuff, and I'm like, I like that because I'm a huge Lotus War guy, so I saw that, and I'm like, that might be up my alley, so I want to check that out. There might be 4 or 5 episodes in. I don't know what the stream is. I don't have Funimation, so.
In the world of Lotus.
If you have Crunchyroll, Chris, there's a show called Roka, Rokka, and it's kind of like Lotus a little bit. It's pretty good. I recommend it.
Okay, I gotta check that out. I do have Crunchyroll.
Isn't Roka no Yusha having a second season or no?
Yeah, it has to because it ended on a.
Yeah, I heard season 2 is coming like either spring or summer. That's cool.
Yeah, and that was pretty good.
Anything else, man?
That's it for me. I gotta keep it slow. I'm an old man now.
Manny, what you got?
Absolutely nothing.
You don't want nothing looking forward to.
Well, because I don't keep my eye on a lot of different things. Whatever kind of shows up, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I want to see that. But as of now, I don't have any plans, anything. I'm not sure.
Tell you what, you should try Ashen. Try out Ashen, man.
I mean, again, I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot of time right now to kind of watch anything. I'm kind of busy trying to get work done and get myself moved, so I don't want to commit to too much right as of now,
Fair enough.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
That.
As far as myself, I want to finish motherfucking One Piece because that's the shit.
You mean ever finish One Piece?
Yeah, ever.
So you mean get caught up in One Piece?
That is true. Just like me. Yeah, but when you say that, are you not caught up with Cartoon Network showing?
No. Actually, what that is called is a Freudian slip. I meant to say One Punch Man.
Oh.
Catch up on that. One Piece, forget it. That shit, I'm watching it 1 episode a week, and that's that. I'm happy with that. I'm not gonna be pulling 400. I don't. How do you sleep, man? Like
it's a commitment, man. It's a commitment.
That's hardcore. So yeah, One Punch Man. Got to finish that. Got to finish off fucking Gangsta. That's really good. What else? Obviously you already said it, Phone. Motherfucking Berserk, man.
Berserk. Can't wait.
Gotta see that. Fucking Attack on Titan, not that high school bullshit. The real Attack on Titan. That's coming back. Looking forward to that. And looking forward to looking at some of my other fucking, because I got a lot of shit in my backlog here that I need to just knock out. Some newer shit too, because I saw some of the winter anime. Some look pretty cool. There's some. I think Chris, what's the name of that?
Grimgar Fantasy and Ash.
Yeah, I saw something like, oh, that looks cool. I want to check that out.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's definitely gonna be some. I'm pretty sure by next month I'll have like a bigger list because that's when the spring anime starts coming in and stuff. But yeah, Berserk is probably like the main thing for me this year. Ironic enough because I didn't have my sound effects. That would have been perfect. Because where the fuck is it? Our anime of the month for next month is Berserk.
Oh shit!
Dun, dun, dun. So you can essentially watch what was in the OVAs in those 3 movies spread out through an OVA.
Now I did this specifically for Riku because I knew my man hadn't seen it. By the way, Phone, you'll like this because I knew my man had never watched Macross before, right? The original one.
He hasn't watched Macross?
He saw it. He saw it when I recommended it. I was like, dude, I picked on like Riku needs to see this shit. Classic, you know.
Yeah, I've always been on the Gundam side of stuff, so.
Yeah, but you loved it though. You so
oh yeah,
it, though.
I definitely love me some Macross, man.
I like Macross Plus. It's like a guilty pleasure.
Macross Plus is fantastic.
I love it.
Yeah, but the one thing about Macross Plus is you don't actually need to have seen the original Macross to know what's going on in Macross Plus.
Yeah, it's a spin-off.
It's very self-contained.
Yeah.
It's usually how a lot of stuff goes these days.
And I'll refrain from going off on a rant about Harmony Gold, man.
Yeah, we see it on Twitter.
Yo, I got followed by this one account called Robotech Facts, and this is dude just debunking Harmony Gold's bullshit.
Yeah, I saw that.
He tweets about it.
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, oh shit.
like I go off on a rant about it maybe 2 or 3 times a year. He does this every day.
Yeah,
he's that angry.
He's like, that's like your the part of your brain that wants to rant all day. That's it right there. I saw it. I was like, holy shit. I was looking at this dude's like feed for like the past like month. It's just that.
That's all he does all fucking day, man. So, okay, Berserk. So that's the one we're gonna watch. So I want you guys to watch the series, obviously, 26 episodes, and the 3 movies too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
the thing is, you might.
The movies, or
wait, hold on, Riku. What's your question?
Is that the order? 26 episodes and then the movies?
Yes, that's the exact order. Don't watch them in reverse. Watch the series, then watch this.
Here's the thing: you're gonna get total deja vu because literally those 3 movies and the series are exactly the same story.
Yeah, they're
told slightly differently.
But there's
and the movie's truncated.
Yeah. But the thing is, I still want to discuss them. That's why I want you guys to see them. But they're not long. The movies are like an hour and change basically each.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
Riku, this is the way you'll understand it. They can't remember what the first Gundam series did, where they had those 3 movies that told the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like that. They did a little better. It wasn't as like clumsy as the Gundam did it. You know.
But essentially, they reused animation from the show.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Here's the sad part. The big sad part of it. That original series is so good, right? And they stopped. And that's it. You don't get any more. And the thing is that the movies stop at pretty much the same exact point as that series did.
Well, the series had an ending. It was just cut short because it was originally going to have 50-something episodes, and they were like, this series is not doing well. We're going to cut it off. So the show had an ending. They kind of rushed to it a little bit.
Yeah, they kind of rushed to it.
We know how that feels, man. We're Hunter x Hunter fans, and
here's the thing though. There's a sort of the Berserk video game.
Yeah,
and that takes place in the section of the series that you don't see.
Yeah, I should have it. Yeah, the Millennium Falcon arc. Yeah.
So it literally it takes place after all of that. It takes place after all the stuff that you see in in those 3 movies and in the series.
But now we finally getting the arc now this year.
Yeah,
They're
finally
gonna show it.
So.
One thing. Just to go back a little bit. I still keep hearing rumors of Akira.
Akira. I heard about Akira TV series.
I've been hearing about this for like ever. It hasn't been verified yet, you know.
I hope that's coming.
Yeah, because if you guys do not know, the movie Akira, that's just like literally a third of the entire story. Literally the first third of it. There's so much that happens after that, you know.
Yeah, the manga is like there's 120 chapters of that shit.
And it gets better. It gets way better.
Goodness.
Yeah.
You know what's up. So hopefully that rumor turns out to be true. But again, I've been hearing it for years. I remember talking about that on the old school fucking Otanime 3 years ago. That's how it's been, you know. So we'll see.
Yeah, rumors pop, rumors disappear, and then they pop up again. You know how it is. But yeah, Berserk, I can't fucking wait. That's something I've been wanting to tackle for the longest. And I did make like I think it was 5 major goals for this year. And one of them was One Piece. I want to get caught up with all of One Piece. I want to get caught up with all of Berserk. I want to get caught up with all of Kingdom, all of JoJo's, and Vinland Saga. A couple of those are mangas, but those were like the 5 main things that I want to find.
You said Vinland Saga?
Yes.
I need to like read that shit too.
Yeah. Those are the 5 things that I wanted to like tackle. So the fact that Berserk is in there, this summer I was going to use to like read manga and get all caught up, but for right now, yes, everything animated is going down. So yeah, February. So it's probably going to happen. If I said I was going to get the first half of February for One Piece, and I'm probably going to be done by then. Second half is going to be Berserk.
There you go, man. I think you'll dig it. Carlos, have you ever seen Berserk before?
Nope, never seen it. I've always wanted to see it, and I'm glad you recommended that too.
I can't wait, especially like actually I don't know because with I want to hear both of your reactions to 2 different things. I just want Riku's reaction as like just overall anime. With you, Carlos, I want to hear your reaction as a Game of Thrones fan, and you'll understand when you watch it. You know,
I'm a Game of Thrones fan too, so yeah,
that's right.
I'm all caught up with that shit too. Another reason why I really wanted to get into Berserk is because I heard the creator of the Souls games, Demon Souls, Dark Souls.
Yeah. There's a lot of Berserk references in.
He's an extreme Kentaro Miura fan. He loves him some Berserk, so I'm like, all right, I want to see what inspired one of my favorite franchises.
Also, Berserk manga comes back this year too, so that.
Yeah. It's just like this is the year for Berserk's return, apparently.
It's time to get Berserk.
Yeah, it's time to go Berserk. It's time to go Berserk for some Berserk. So let's go.
Yeah. Ooh, I can't wait. All right, so let's wrap it up. So, Phone, man, thank you for being on tonight. Great having you on, dude.
Thank you for the invite, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, where can people find you, man?
You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. The Phone 999. Just simple as that.
All right, and we're gonna have all the links down there, and so you guys can check them out and stuff. I was checking out some of your videos before this. I like the energy you have in those videos too. It's very animated. I like
that. It's all passion.
That's what it's passion. That's what it's called, man.
That's what it's called. Yeah.
All right, guys. So thank you for watching. So we'll be back with Otanime episode 14. Probably at the end of this month. We'll try to schedule it right. This was supposed to be last week, but shit. Something always happens with Otanime.
Shit.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing. We have a less, 1 week less to watch the anime of the month. So, but Riku, you 400.
I got this. I got this. You'll be
done with it by tomorrow somehow. All right, guys. Yeah. So let's finish up. So once again, our show is Tony Polanco, and tonight joined by Emilio Lopez, Carlos Romero.
There, guys.
Riku's son, one, the only one.
It's time to go Berserk, man. It's time to go Berserk.
Chris Seeley.
Hey, take care, everyone.
And Phone 999.
Yes, thank you guys for having me. It's a really cool show, and yeah, we're out.
All right, peace, people.
Peace.
Later, guys.
Later.